In today's video, I'm going to be trying to survive 100 days on Skull Island. I have 3 objectives. First, craft a stage 3 bungalow. Second, eliminate the Icarus Tigris, leader of the Sabertooth pack. And finally, defeat King Kong, king of the jungle.
I see land ahead. Looks like we finally arrived at Skull Island. Alright, let's stick together. You lead the way. Okay, let's go. Forest, watch out! Whoa! Help! It's taking me away! Help! Don't worry, I'm gonna get you. Ah!
On day 1, I made it to the top of the mountain and Forest was nowhere to be found. But the good thing was there was lots of animals and there was wood around here, so I knew I'd be able to survive. And while I'm gathering wood and stone materials, I noticed that nearly 90% of you are not subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe, it's literally free and you can always change your mind later. For the remainder of the day, I gathered a bunch of food from animals. I spent the next couple days traveling for a location to build my base. I found a cool spot on the side of a mountain to build my first base. After building my base, I built a wheat farm and next to it a watermelon farm. After harvesting my farms, I traveled for a couple days and then found a mine. Before entering, I went ahead and quickly gathered the coal around, made some torches, and when I went in, I got greeted by a creeper, so I had to take that down. Anyways, I ended up mining some more coal and got some more iron. I then went ahead to smelt the iron that I got, and I went ahead and made a shield and an iron chestplate. After that, I went mining for a little bit more iron. I ended up getting jumped by a creeper and a zombie, but that was no match for me. I then went ahead and crafted the rest of the armor I needed. And for the next 3 days, I was traveling back home and I heard a noise. When I turned around, it looked to be that psycho vulture that took out Forest. Woof, that was a close one. Once arriving home, I spent a couple days harvesting all of the food and watermelons that I got, and I placed torches around the surrounding area. I then spent the next couple of days gathering all the materials that I'd need to craft my tier 1 bungalow. I then placed iron around a crafting table to make a giant crafting table. I then went ahead and made some reinforced stone brick and then used my jungle wood to make reinforced wood. I then used the reinforced wood and reinforced stone bricks to create a tier 1 bungalow. I then looked around for a good location to spawn in the bungalow, and this area seemed pretty good, so I went ahead and threw it, and just like that, our tier 1 bungalow appeared. And as you can see, this base actually looks pretty cool. We got some flowers on the outside as well. For the next couple of days, I had to go back to my original base and gather all of the supplies and bring all of those supplies back to the new base. I also decided to remove all the flowers and grass around my base, that way I can start creating a nice wheat farm. I then went out to explore for Forest.
Hopefully Forest's around here somewhere. What is that?
As you guys can see, it looks like some sort of skull crawler just crawled outside of a dungeon. What in the world did I just witness?
Well, now that that's gone, let's see what the heck's in this cave. Wait, it looks like it's some sort of nether. What is it? Hey, little guy, don't hurt me. I'm just here to borrow some things, okay? Just don't, I'm gonna borrow this.
Yeah, so as you can see, I'm in a very weird predicament. I have a literal tiger looking at me while I'm borrowing all of this person's items. Anyways, I saw an armor stand here with a cool sword, so I went ahead and broke it. I found a bisect blade. You can go to bisecthosting.com and use code PAINFUL for 25% off your first server. After gathering the cauldrons, I went to gather the final piece of glowstone, but I didn't want to risk it, so I settled for the nether warts and the soul sand.
Alright, little guy, now that I've just borrowed the entire base, I think it's time for me to get out of here. Just keep your distance, okay? Don't tell anyone it was me, alright? I'll talk to you later.
I kept exploring for the next couple of days, and across the water, I saw a hut. When I got closer, the door was open. There was even cows underneath. Anyways, I went ahead, opened the chest, took some cobblestone, and then I went below and eliminated the cows. Sorry to whoever lives here, but I need to eat. After eliminating the cows, I went ahead and took what was left of the farm.
Wait, what's that noise? What is that? Ah! Okay, we gotta get out of here. We have gotta get out of here. Don't hurt me, don't hurt me. Dude, that thing is taller than the trees.
While I was traveling back to base, I found another one of those huts. While I made my way up the stairs, I saw somebody. His name was Kevin, and he was bald. Anyways, I then opened his chest and yoinked his book, and then he started beating me with a stick. All right, Kevin, that is unacceptable, okay? We have gotta take you down. Okay, so we blocked our shields a couple times, and we were able to take down Kevin. The book, it read, back in 2014, there was a rumor going around about a Dr. Schumann who allegedly has the ability to morph into different creatures. Could that tiger that I saw earlier potentially have been Dr. Schumann? Anyways, on day 35, I had made it back to my base, and I actually noticed on top of my roof there was a vulture.
Dr. Schumann? I I know that's you.
You've made a big mistake coming here.
And then he started drinking a potion and disappeared.
Dude, you've gotta be kidding me. There's no way he has an invisibility potion.
Anyways, I spent all of day 36 standing on guard to see if Dr. Schumann would return. He never did. I dedicated the next 5 days to a big mining trip. As you can see, we had finally found one. And as you can see, I had finally made it to the bottom, found my first 8 vein of diamonds, got some redstone, and as you can see, after 5 days, I had 27 diamonds. I then went ahead, crafted my diamond chestplate, helmet, leggings, and boots. I also went ahead and made a diamond pickaxe, which is going to come in handy for all this obsidian I'm about to get. After gathering the obsidian that I would need to create my enchantment table, I decided to build back up, and I noticed that there was a bunch of snakes. I wasn't sure if they were friendly snakes, but one of them attacked me and poisoned me, so at this point it was war. I went ahead and swung, and I hit all of them with one hit, and I swung once more and killed them all. For some reason, the snakes ended up dropping 10 apples. And while I was running back to my base, I ended up running into a big group of scorpions. I didn't really expect this at first, but I ended up blocking my shield up, and I was able to get quite a lot of damage on some of them. The issue was there was so many scorpions that I didn't really feel safe, so I started to run. Just when I thought I was gonna get away, I ended up running into some more scorpions, so we for sure had to get out of here. Day 48, I had finally made it back, and for the next couple of days, it was time to start gathering supplies to create my stage 2 duplex. After creating my reinforced stone brick and my reinforced wood, I went ahead and started to create our stage 2 duplex, and just like that, our stage 2 duplex was created. I ended up finding a fairly good area not too far away, which was fairly flat, and just like that, I threw down our stage 2 duplex.
Wow, this place looks freaking awesome.
I headed up the stairs and found myself a nice little open area here with looks to be a bedroom and some books. Here's a full look at the base. I thought it looked awesome. Anyways, for the next couple of days, I had to go to my old base and start transferring all of my loot into the new base. After transferring all my loot, it took me a few days to create this brewing room, and underneath the brewing room, I built a nether wart area, and after brewing, I made a little enchantment room, so I went ahead and enchanted all of my armor. After I finished enchanting my armor, I grabbed the remaining potions and I headed out to explore more of the terrain. On day 61, I ended up finding a pretty big open field, and when I got closer,
What in the world is that?
little did I know I was up against an Icarus Tigris, one of the most deadly saber-toothed tigers known to mankind. So the fight began. He hit me with his paw and I went flying like 30 blocks back. What in the world is that? By the looks of it, it also has some sort of charge attack where it runs at you head down with its antlers. Now that is interesting. Everything was going well and I looked at my hearts and I went all the way down to 2 HP. This thing does insane damage. As the fight continued, it knocked me back and I had to use a health pot and I saw it charging at me with its antlers. Dude, that attack is insane. I ended up getting quite a bit of damage on it, but it kept charging at me with its antlers, so I had to try to avoid as much damage as I possibly can. This fight was coming close to an end. I had to use my last health pot, and with no more health pots, I was able to eliminate the Icarus Tigris, the leader of all saber-toothed tigers. After eliminating it, I went to go search where its area was, and I found a chest with a book in it. Inside the book, it read, Dr. Schumann is rumored to live in a large swamp biome. Anything he kills, he has the ability to morph into it. Anyways, I spent the next 3 days traveling back to my base. The first thing I did as soon as I got back to base was combine my diamond armor with the Tigris hide, creating full Tigris armor and a Tigris blade. As you can see, this thing looks freaking insane. After lighting up the entire surrounding area around my base, I traveled for 5 days in attempts to find Dr. Schumann's base. Once I arrived, I was greeted by what looked to be the skull crawler and nearly got one-shotted by the poison it spit at me. We kept exchanging hits, but this thing was doing an insane amount of damage. I had already used 3 potions. I backed off a little bit to throw down my health pot and to eat some food, and then it spit more poison at me. Good thing I dodged most of it because I only have 1 health pot left. Good thing I was behind this mountain because I probably would have just got hit by that blizzard. Anyways, we exchanged a fury of hits and eliminated the skull crawler. After eliminating the skull crawler, Dr. Schumann appeared. He must have been disguised. Anyways, he hit me once and got me to 3.5 HP. Good thing I had my white man blade. I was able to one-shot Dr. Schumann. After that, I headed directly in the base and found a chest with another book inside. The book stated King Kong, King of the Jungle, is located in the north end of the island. Anyways, it took me 4 days to get back home. Once I got back home, the first thing I did for the next couple days was gather all the essential supplies needed to craft my tier 3 mansion. And as you all can see, I used the reinforced wood, reinforced stone brick, and reinforced glass with some diamonds to create my tier 3 mansion. And I found a nice spot on a hill and I threw down the tier 3 mansion. As you can see, it's constructing, and just like that, my tier 3 mansion has been completely built. This thing is insane. After moving all my supplies from my tier 2 base to my tier 3 base, I brewed up some potions. Anyways, for the next 5 days, I began my search to find the almighty King Kong. On day 92, I found an open field, and when I walked up this hill, I saw King Kong on the top of my screen.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
After drinking my speed and strength, I charged directly in at King Kong, and as you can see, this thing is absolutely massive. I used my special ability that my sword has and launched myself up, and it hit me all the way back. I nearly died there, so I had to use a couple potions, but what I didn't understand is it bent over and launched a part of the ground away. One of the weird things also is it could hit you from like literally 20 blocks away. What the heck is going on? I got close enough and it Hulk smashed the ground, sending me flying, and I nearly died because I missed the water bucket. As soon as I got close, I used this as an opportunity to unleash an insane amount of damage, attacking him over and over again.
Oh god, I'm getting low. Use this health pot. Wait, what's it doing? Ah!
As you can see, it launched me over a tree, and I water bucket clutched to save my life. I knew I needed to end this fight as quickly as possible, so being very carefully, I'm blocking my shield, and I got behind it, eliminating King Kong, the king of the jungle.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know how I lived, but we did it.
I spent the next couple days traveling back to base. I gathered all my valuables from my base and spent the next few days traveling back to the location that Forrest and I departed from.
Forrest, is that you? Painful. I thought I'd never see you again. You should have seen the Icarus Tigris I had to fight. What the heck is that? I had to fight a massive siren jaw in the swamps. What in the world is a siren jaw? Oh well, let's get the heck out of here before anything else happens.
If you made it this far, make sure you go watch Forrest's video. We both had different objectives and different bosses. Go check out his video, linked in the description below. Thanks for watching and take care.